Welcome everybody. Welcome to ClayDesk. My name is Syed, and in this video, I'm going to demonstrate how you actually find jobs for entry level if you're a beginner within the cloud computing industry, or you're working with AWS or Azure or GCP, or it doesn't matter, but at least you're in the cloud computing space. So dice.com is a wonderful site. Many of you probably know this, but if you don't, well, this is perfect, right? So just go to dice.com, and this is where you would land on this page. And right off the bat, you can actually search for job title, skill, or company, and within the country that you're located in, right? So for example, if I need to find DevOps jobs, right? Or I say entry level. And what this is going to do, of course, is going to list the entire or filter out all the jobs that are entry level. Now, this is pretty straightforward, but what's nice about Dice is that you can actually upload your resume, right? You just simply create an account, is free, and just upload your resume, and every time you apply, it would automatically pick up your resume and apply to that job. So you don't have to, go through over again and again. So that's nice. So here's the junior DevOps engineer. So for beginners, for example, it's updated 3 hours ago. It was posted about 11 days ago. This is posted a day ago, right? So depending on where you are, and of course, if you're in the US, fine. Even if you are not, it tells you your visa status. So it's H-1B, OPT H-4, and H-1 transfer, right? So they allow that as well. So this is a great site for you to find those. So if you're looking to become a junior DevOps engineer or junior mid DevOps engineer, and there's a whole list of all these available on site. There are over 7,000 jobs, right? And there are total 8,805 jobs listed. How crazy is that, right? So make sure you have your CV or resume perfectly done. And for that, check out my video on how to create a CV for your tech background, right? For your experiences or certifications and so on. All right, so once you find a job, let's click on the junior DevOps engineer here. So you're able to see the details about this job, okay? Now, typically, when you click on the read full job description, it is pretty canned. In other words, most of these are, they're saying they need 3 years of DevOps engineering experience, even though they're looking for junior DevOps, and they're looking for experience in designing, building, implementing cloud infrastructure, utilizing standards infrastructure as code tools, CI/CD pipelines, Docker, Kubernetes, and all of the skills that you actually have learned so far, especially at the foundation level, where you are the AWS certified cloud practitioner or a solutions architect, right? And here's the benefits, of course, the list as well. So some of these companies also list salary structure, but some don't. So it depends on where you are. So for example, let's check out the other job. This also talks about the junior DevOps engineer. And here's the pay structure for this. So it's 80K to 105K. That's not too bad for at least entry-level DevOps role, okay? So if you look at the job description here, they just simply want AWS, Linux, Terraform, Python, hybrid. So just basic stuff, guys, right? This is nothing. If you have the basic foundation knowledge of the cloud within the AWS ecosystem, then you would know. If you have infrastructure as a code, like CloudFormation or Terraform, and go check out the full course in Terraform, by the way, on this channel. It's free. All these courses are free, by the way, here, full courses. So you don't have to go anywhere. You can learn everything right here and then apply for these jobs, including how to find jobs and how to create your resume. All right, make sure you comment down below. Let me know if you have any questions so far. Now, I'm going to give you the report that Dice just came out with. For example, there it is. So this is the latest edition of Dice Salary Report. And this gives you a nice structure of where you are geographically and what role are you applying for or wherever you are. And that kind of gives you where you are. Okay, so the key takeaways are the tech salary growth slowed between 2022 and 2023. The average dissatisfaction towards current compensation has increased since 2022. And that makes sense because inflation is high. Of course, the cost of living goes up, and of course, you need more salary. Here's the opportunities abound for tech professionals with the right skills. So 93% of employed tech professionals are either looking for a new job or willing to hear about a new opportunity. And why is that? Pretty much, of course, hey, let's have more pay, right? Not only that, but also you'll be able to gain experience working with additional set of tools. So if you have a good working knowledge of Kubernetes, for example, and Docker, maybe you want to get into more into EC2 or VPC or networking side. Okay. So again, that depends on what your current skill set is and where do you want to end up with, right? And 49% of the tech professionals are satisfied with their current compensation. All right, so here's the salary trends. And then let's take a look at the salaries trend by Tech Hub, or you can take a look at average salaries by industry. And let's just view this page and see what this has to say. So here are the trends. So the average salary in 2023 last year was about 111,193. Okay, so this was in last year. But this year, people are demanding more salaries. So if you're in the East Coast, for example, you're looking at in the Boston area around 125K. New York is about 120K. And then on the West Coast, Silicon Valley, of course, pays higher, 140K. Okay, now these are the average salaries in the top tech hubs. Not to mention, if you are on the high end, you're definitely making close to 200K. And here are the tech hubs. So this is a great report. It shows you the fastest growing tech salaries by state. So Wisconsin for last year was number 1. And then we have Tennessee, Utah, Maryland, Indiana, and so on. And the right, average tech salaries by state. These are the top 25 states that are paying on average the salaries that you see right here. Okay. So these are great. So depending on which state you're in, you can check this out. Other areas, they talk about other details like average tech salary by industry, depending on which industry you're in, and you're working as a tech support or a professional or a software engineer, then you can take a look at all of these salaries as well. So this is a great report. I just wanted to highlight this for you. And the average salaries for tech professionals inside the tech industry is 112 and outside is 109. Okay. And so this is a great benchmark. So that kind of shows you where you are right now, what skills you have, and then which skills you want to get into. So in 2023, for example, the average tech salary by skill. So if you're looking at the service-oriented architecture, the SOA, the average salary is 140. So that means if you're an AWS certified solutions architect at the associate level or a professional level, chances are that, yeah, you will be demanding more because you have a solid grip on the SOA concepts and the architectures. And of course, other skills like Docker is number 5 on the list. For example, Elasticsearch is number 4. And these are related to AWS, right? Or within the cloud area. Of course, you have HANA and PaaS concepts as well. Then you have Mockito, REST, and some of these relate to software coding or development. Okay, so you can kind of check it out and where your skill set is. Here's Amazon S3, for example, containers, DevOps, load balancers, Confluence. These are, again, some ticketing skills you also need, like Jira. So this gives you a great idea, right? So I hope this helps. And the fastest growing tech salaries by skill is vSAM, SQLite, Dynamics, Wireless, and so on. Okay. So this tells you where you are now and where you want to be, so you can start learning and acquiring additional skills. All right. So I hope this helps. Let me know if you have any questions. Post your comments down below. I'll be happy to help with this. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time.